Well, hello, Police Science Doctor Tribe. This is Suzanne Knabe-Nicole from policesciencedoctor.com. This is a website where basically I take research finding in policing, law enforcement, intelligence, military, criminology, forensic and investigative psychology, and I turn them into something that you guys can use. I turn them into explainer videos. I share these police science snippets as we're going to be doing today. I have courses with experts in their fields that I'm offering for you guys to do anywhere around the world, and there's a lot of information on there. So please just go to policesciencedoctor.com if this might be of interest to you. You can then also join the email list, and you will get police science snippets emailed to you every Tuesday. And you will also get announcements of anything else that might be coming your way that could be of really good use to you, hopefully. So the 3 science snippets I've extracted today, so if you don't know what they are, I go through academic research articles and I try and find actionable pieces of information or information that is immediately of use to law enforcement practitioner, that is something they can use and implement into their working or start thinking about straight away. So I really avoid abstract things and theoretical things and things about methodology that are being published. And I just take the golden nuggets that are really of immediate use to law enforcement practitioners like yourself. So the first snippet for today is prison versus rehabilitation. Norway moved its focus from punishment to rehabilitation, including for those who were already imprisoned 20 years ago. So they revamped the whole criminal justice system in Norway. This was followed by large reductions in reoffending rates. Compared to a reoffending rate of around 50% within the first year in the UK, Norway's is around 25% after 5 years. So unfortunately, I don't have the exact comparison here. You know, we've got UK. If somebody's released from prison within a year, they're 50%. You know, their reoffending is at 50%. Okay, their risk of reoffending. In Norway, after 5 years, it's only half that. So obviously, after 1 year, it would be much lower than the 25 years, definitely lower than the 50 years. And in the UK, to get to the 5 years here in Norway, it would be much higher than 50%. So I think that's amazing. And the Norwegians and generally in Scandinavia, they're just doing done so many things so much better than we are doing. And, you know, it always frustrates me if the solutions are there, why are we not adapting them? Why don't we do that here? I think we should personally. Let me know what you think. And the second science snippet for today is about predicting domestic homicide. So whilst domestic homicide is very difficult to predict, it turns out that 40% of those who killed their ex-partner or partner had actually committed self-harm, attempted suicide, or talked about suicide ideation before. But this information was not usually known to police. So this is held by other agencies, perhaps third sector, social services, the health service, or other people. Now, the idea here is that if we can somehow share that information with police, we can classify risks differently. If we know that 40% of them, 40% of those who kill their partners have these make these suicide threats or have this ideation, we know that this is a big risk factor. What can we do to actually take them and put some support around them and the victim to maybe prevent some homicide? And the third science snippet for today is about crime prevention and cost. Risk factors for antisocial behaviors in young boys can predict a later cost of $500,000 per child in costs to the criminal justice system between the ages of 12 and 20 years. Substantial cost savings could be realized if developmental crime prevention programs targeted antisocial children before they reach the age of criminal responsibility. So in this research, they basically tested young boys who already have antisocial tendencies, and they followed them, and they found that each of these children on average cost $500,000 to deal with in a criminal justice sense. I'm sure that sending in some counselors, psychologists, and mentors to these children and putting some proper family support around them would have been much cheaper than $500,000 per person, and it wouldn't have resulted in any victims. So this is a massive, massive thinking piece for prevention and where we put our money, because if we spend it early on the right things, we're not going to be spending it later. Okay, so these were the 3 science snippets for today. This was number 51. I'm doing this every Tuesday. Everybody who's on the subscriber list for Police Science Doctor gets these emailed with the links to the original research. So this is not my research. The links to the original research are in the email and on the website. If you're an email subscriber, you get the password to access that read page, and you can actually download all 51 police science snippets as PDFs if you want, and you can make yourself a little library of those. So I hope you found that of interest, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this content useful. You can get access to each episode's transcript with key learning points, timestamps, and references if you get yourself onto my mailing list. Just go to the main website on policesciencedoctor.com, and on the bottom of each page you will find a sign-up form for notifications of new content. Just enter your first name, your preferred email address, and the type of organization you work for. You will not get any spam. This is just for me to let you know about new content and for you to get access to all the transcripts.